$1 a costume for the costume pass on Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. It's not a terrible price for that, but I don't even have the game, so I can't justify thinking DLC is well priced right now.
You should buy the DLC anyway, Marcus. Just buy it. Have it for later.
Dude, I have DLC that was given to me for free for Little Nightmares that is just sitting on my PS4 waiting for a game to put in. And I don't know if I want to get Little Nightmares anymore because I ended up watching the entirety of Markiplier's playthrough on YouTube. Which took him 3 episodes, which means the game is short. Okay, was short. They've added an extra chapter, but it's DLC.
So what you're saying is your DLC is looking for a friend?
Yeah. And the thing is, I still have this desire to play Little Nightmares, because it looks amazing. The graphics are fantastic, the premise is just phenomenal, and it's just fascinating to look at. And that is the weirdness of me loving horror games, but unable to watch horror movies. I don't know, I guess it's the idea that I have more control, even though a pause button works on both.
Pause button does work on both.
But in the game, I control more than just whether or not it's going. I control, for the most part, where the narrative is going and what my character is doing. In a movie, you can't scream at the characters and get them to do anything. People have tried. It doesn't work.
You know what I just remembered? When Marshall and I were over at your parents' house.
Oh, shit.
I
I think this story has come up a time or two.
That little doll, what the hell? I don't even know whose doll it was.
It was my sister's water baby doll. Okay, we gotta start this from the beginning, because this needs recorded for posterity. Alright, so Steve and I have a mutual friend, Marshall, who Steve met through my friendship with him, and Marshall was somebody who would visit during the summers, and we'd all hang out and go to the arcade and have a good time. And, excuse me. There was an event going on that my dad was helping with. It was a church event that combined teaching and playing golf with Bible lessons, and my dad volunteered to be a teacher for the golf side of things. And, we all wanted to, well, okay, I invited Steve and Marshall to go with me because I wanted to help Dad out, and plus I got to drive a golf cart and play golf, and it was a good time, and they were all for it, and the three of us had a sleepover at my house in order to get ready for it. And these two fathermuckers Wait, we also had Alex Glad with us.
Yes, we did.
Oh,
yes, we did.
These 3 fathermuckers.
He was the one pushing buttons on the microwave.
Yes, okay, so they decided it would be great because we were already up late and I had to be up early. We all had to be up early to do this thing, and I was like, oh man, we need rest. So I went to sleep first. First off, in my group of friends, first mistake. But, so I fell asleep first, and these 3, in their infinite wisdom, decided it would be fun to pretend my house was suddenly haunted. So Steve will be like, John, I heard some stuff outside. John, what's going on? I saw stuff outside. There were lights. It's like, dude, it's probably a shift change at the Unimart. It's right around the corner. Just people park here all the time to do that. Just shut up. Because seriously, we had a gas station near us, and people parked in front of my house to walk to their shift in the middle of the night, because nobody checked that very often. Unless Peter was parked there, but that's another story.
Yes.
And then there was a point where I had to use the bathroom, and I came back, and Alex was just gone. And the first floor of my house had this loop between the living room, the dining room, and the kitchen, so you could go the whole way around. And as I was checking for him, because Steve was like, dude, I don't know where Alex is. I was like, is he in the bathroom? No, you just came out of the bathroom. So I walked around the house, and I think Alex was just one-upping me, just getting ahead of me going around. And as he did so, he typed 666 on the microwave. But in his infinite wisdom of being a teenage kid, pressed start. And Marshall was also helping with, like, making voices and all that, and just everyone was trying to freak me out. I was trying not to have any of it, and it was working for a little bit. Until the moment, now, Steve, correct me if I'm wrong, none of you remember saying this to this day. Nobody claims to have said this. I heard the phrase, "Leave us alone." And not half a second later, I get hit square in the chest with my sister's water baby doll. And this was the point where I was like, done. I freaked the shit out, jumped out of the cot I was on, ran upstairs, woke my parents up. My dad came downstairs. I was like, there's something going on. The water baby hit me. There's the freaky stuff going on. Like everything that they were tricking me with, I was suddenly full on course for. And just, my dad came down in the most aggravated way he could. And Alex was on the couch. Marshall was on the couch. Steve was, what were you, in the floor, I think?
I was on the floor, yeah.
Everything was fine. Everything was quiet. And that's when the fucking microwave went off. My dad was pissed. Because he also had to be up.
Majinx, don't get me started on antique clown dolls. My mother-in-law collects antique clown figurines and clown dolls.
Oh, good lord. And my sister collected porcelain dolls, which is probably why I've got a severe, healthy respect for their distance away from me. Like, my sister-in-law had a porcelain doll that one night, I swear... okay, I was home alone. Kenna and Kelsey and the kids were all out doing something at the church, I think. Because I think the event started before I got home from work. So I was home alone, just waiting for them to finish this up. Did I say lube? I thought I said lube.
Yes, you did. No, you said the lube around the house.
Are you sure I wasn't misheard? Whatever. Whatever. But anyway, so yeah, Kenna, her sister, and my kids were out at this thing, and I was home alone. It was already dark outside, and I was just watching TV. The only light on in the house was the living room light, so the dining room was dark. And that's where my wife's desk is, and that's where my sister-in-law had her porcelain cowgirl doll.
Oh.
And I caught it out of the corner of my eye. And the corner of my eye is a sneaky bastard, because I swear the mouth moved on the doll. Nothing else, like, that was the moment that I thought, okay, I'm not taking my eyes off of this thing. And I didn't.
That's when you burn the house down.
No,
you
I
start
looked.
new.
Here's the thing. I stared at it for an hour and a half. Just letting the TV go. I don't even remember what was on anymore. But I was staring at the doll just to make absolutely certain there was nothing going on except my eyes playing tricks on me. And the whole time, they kept playing that trick because I swear the mouth was still moving, but the rest of the doll was not. And then Kenna walked in the door. I detached from what I was doing, and I was like, okay, that thing freaked me out. Can we move it? And I think they wrapped it up in something for me, and Kelsey put it away or something. But then Kelsey moved back to Oklahoma not too long ago, and she left some stuff here, and we were going through it, and guess what was freaking in the box?
She left the doll there? Yes.
The
Burn
doll
the
is
house
still
down. Start over. Start over.
The doll is still here. It's very important to her, so we're not going to get rid of it, because that would be wrong. I'm not going to burn the house down, because it's not my house. Renting. But I mean, seriously, it was an hour and a half that I was mentally locked on this thing to make sure that my irrational fear was not justified. And Kenna and the kids came home, and I explained the situation, and the kids thought it was hilarious. And I was like, this is why they call it an irrational fear. It doesn't make sense. It still scares you. Regardless of whether or not you can identify it as such, it still scares you. Because I'm sitting there going, this is stupid. This is stupid. This is absolutely stupid. Did it move again? This is stupid. I mean... And this is why I can't do any... Yeah. I mean, I swear that Alex did say that, and he just swears up and down that he didn't. Because that would be something he would do.